What's up, Photo Booth family? Welcome to another Photo Booth 101 University podcast. This episode, we're starting it off. We have the usual suspects, but we're going to go over our rental prices. I made videos in the past where I talk about mine, but you guys watching this, you're going to get three different pricing from three different people. Similar structure, a little bit different here and there, so you guys can get some inspiration. Um, so let's let Hans start this off. Hans, if you don't mind telling the people what are you charging for, what's included, how you structuring everything.
For sure, for sure. So I have three main prices. I got my print price with an attendant. I got my drop-off price, and then I got my pickup price. Let's start from the most expensive, which is my print price. I'm here located in San Fernando Valley, Los Angeles. I'm in California. For my print price, it's 2 hours. It includes a prop table, your backdrop, and your photo booth. I have a DSLR photo booth for my prints. And for this, I charge $4.99 for 2 hours. The prints, I cap them out at either 4 strips per session or two 4x6 per session. So I make sure that I tell them that it's not unlimited prints, but it is unlimited sessions. And I just go through that with the customer. Usually if they do prints, that's the package that they get. I do have more expensive packages where like my packages are the essentials, I forgot the middle package and then the luxury package, but usually people just get the essentials, which I'm fine with. Um, and then I have my pickup pricing, and that's when I switch kind of like to a la carte. Reason why I kind of pivot to a la carte on that one and don't include everything is because usually when people are booking like a cheaper one is because they're like, they're on a budget. So usually if they're on a budget, I kind of break it down so they could, make their own package. But for my pickup, it's $2.99, and I tell them it's for 5 hours, but usually I just leave it 8 or 9 hours because I'm doing other drop offs or whatever.
Yeah.
So that one's $2.99, and then my pickup is $1.99, and it's for both of those is just the photo booth only, and then everything is out like a la carte, like a prop table. The backdrop's $100, an AI
Digi
backdrop is 25.
digital, right? Because I know some people may think that you're offering the pickup and drop off for prints, but I'm assuming it's digital.
No, yeah, yeah, digital. It's
Yeah.
only digital if they do those. So yeah, that's how it is. That's how I structure it, and it does pretty well.
So yeah, if you don't mind telling people that are watching, like what is the ratio? So 100% of your rentals, break it down.
Mhm.
Like which is like 80%? Is it drop off, pickup? That way, like people can kind of know what's most popular.
Right. I would say about like 75% is uh is pickup. 75% of my rentals are pickup. I would say about 20% is my my prints. So one in five rentals pretty much. And then like rarely people do the drop off just because when I'm telling them the drop off and then they look at like, oh, I saw a rental price for 199, like I want that price. And then I tell them like this is how it works, and they're like super like, especially the way I do it is I recorded myself building the photo booth, which is super easy. And then they look at the video and they're like, I could do that. I'll take I'll pay $100 less and do that. So
See, and you know, most
yeah.
people would think as business owners that you're upset that people are going with the cheaper package. But like I don't even have to ask you. I know you're happier because
Oh my God, bro.
you could do multiple pickups in one day and not have to work much, you know what I mean? So
Yes,
easy.
100%, bro. 100%. Especially when you have kids, man. And
Yeah.
I have kids, the wife works, so I have sometimes the kids by myself. It's really cool to just like have like, like my kids, I'm like, hey, I'm just gonna unattend you for 4 minutes while I go out there, give them the thing. The videos are already pre-recorded. I know I just send them the link to a YouTube link that I made videos. Um, it's like an unlisted video. You can only watch it if I send it to them.
Hmm.
Um, but like they're like it's super easy. They're in and out of my driveway in like 4 or 5 minutes.
Love it. Love it. Cool. All right, Tyler, you're up, brother. That was it, right, Hans? The pricing?
Yeah, that was it. Like I said, everything else is a la carte. Like, my backdrop's $100 more. I
Yeah.
have a AI green screen 25, but yeah, that's pretty much the gist of it.
Cool, cool, cool. All right.
I love Hans's, but mine's is very simple. I'm like It's not going to be that long. So I have like a 450 special going on right now that I usually post on my Instagram or Facebook, etc. It's $450. You get the backdrop, you get the prop table, and you get the photo booth. It's an all-day rental. Now I kind of mixed the a la carte with it because again, my 450 is just coming with the photo booth, the backdrop, and the props, which is enough for a simple party if that's like, starting price. If you're on a budget, I think 450 is cool for all that stuff. Now, if you want like the VIP ropes or the LED inflatable or anything like anything, etc. from that, GIF and Boomerang, that's also an add-on. That's where I jump in and say, okay, those are add-ons. If you want to add that on, then the 450, that's the starting price. It ends up sometimes becoming 500 or 600.
Yeah.
So that's how we've been doing it lately. It's been working for us.
That's
Uh,
digital, right? Because I'm not, is that what
yeah, it's all digital. We don't do the prints, so
you can do prints at all, right?
no prints.
That's so crazy.
So sometimes I make, depending, like, I don't go crazy. LED inflatable, you want extra, it's like an extra $100. So the 450 will become 550 if you want the inflatable instead of the backdrop, because obviously that's more work. So I usually tell people, hey, if you're on a budget, I would say don't even put the backdrop. I mean, the inflatable, just it comes with a backdrop. Here's your choices. I give them all the choices they want. And then I'm like, listen, some people say, no, but I want VIP ropes. And I'm like, okay, that's $75. So, you just keep adding on, adding on. Sometimes by the time you know, they're already at like 700 and they don't realize it. But, you know, it's been working for us. That's what's been working for us lately.
So that's the pricing, everything?
450 starting for those three things: photo
Yeah.
booth, backdrop, prop table. And then anything else is all add-ons. So again, like the ropes, the GIF and boomerang, um, I just started actually charging now for the live gallery. If they want the live gallery, from the last time we talked about it,
Mhm.
didn't think that was an option to add on, but people actually are obviously, yeah, I want the gallery. So
Let's
because
go.
they were taught, I said because they're like, oh, what would happen if I didn't opt in for the gallery, which I only charge like $20 for. It's nothing crazy. I'm like, here, it's $20. You get the live gallery.
Hey, bro,
I'm
that's
like, well, I
Starbucks,
said, well,
Starbucks
then
money.
I said, well, if you don't want the live gallery, every picture you take, you better text it to yourself and make sure you get it on your phone. So they're like, oh, okay. So they opt in. Usually that's an extra $20. So it's been helping us out.
So I just want to make sure anyone like watching this, like we're talking about minimums, what 450 minimum, and Hans is also talking about the pickup being like 199. Just for those that are watching, you guys, like so like Tyler, even though it's 450 minimum, what have been some of the highest paying jobs that you've had with the add-ons? Because right, that's where we're making our money, right?
Oh,
Is
sometimes over $800 plus.
yeah.
Sometimes, like I did a Sweet 16 last year in 2024. Where they also added on the audio guest book, mind you, which was another add-on, but still it's part of the photo booth business. I want to say maybe like $1,000
Yeah.
for a
For
Sweet 16.
and then Hans, for your pickup, right? Like it's 199 start off. What's the highest pickup that you've had, like price wise, if you can remember?
325
325. Love it.
for a pickup. For a
And then
pickup.
just for your premium package, right? With the prints, with the attendant, what's your highest
Mhm.
paying job with?
They added the stanchions and they added the cube thing, the inflatable. So I think I made on that one, it was like close to 900.
Cool. Sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
And
just
that's
want to
like I
make
said, that's 2 hours. That's 2 hours, dude.
Yeah.
I
See,
forgot
mine is an all day because I do the digital, so I don't mind them keeping it all day because
what's
I have
that.
three.
What's the price if they want an attendant? Do you add a fee for that?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I tell them it's $100 an hour.
Yeah.
That's yeah. I'm not. I got to the point where I'm like, I'm not staying for less than $100 an hour. And a lot of people opt out. They're like, oh no. I'm like, look, it works itself. Like, please, like, just
Yeah.
understand that you do not need me there. And I tell them the truth. I'm like, I'm gonna stand there and watch the photo booth do what it needs to do.
Yeah.
Sometimes people say, no, I really want you there for at least 2 hours because of the old people and stuff like that. I'm like, okay, well, I could try. Sometimes if I'm feeling like it that day, I'm like, all right, I'll do $75 an hour. But most of the time, like, look, I can stay there. It's $100 an hour and I'll stay and do whatever you need. Obviously, but I need someone to clean up the prop table too. And I'm like, okay, that's pretty much all I'm gonna do is clean up the prop table and show people how to text their photos to themselves.
Bro, I've been thinking lately like a funny word for an attendant, a photo booth attendant, is a prop maid. That's all we
Pretty
are.
much. Pretty much. That's all it is.
Prop made, yep. Cool. So let me talk about my prices. I know if you guys have watched the channel, I've done many videos, but Tyler, I'm more like Hans and I have similar pricing and structuring. Before I get into my pricing, I just want to say Tyler's pricing is so easy to understand. Like literally, Tyler's pricing could literally be like a 2 minute conversation to where Hans and I sometimes it's a little bit longer conversation because there's so many add-ons and different options. So mine, I'm gonna start off the opposite of Hans. My cheapest, which is our pickup, we actually lowered the price. We used to do 199 like Hans did, but we do 180 for the photo booth pickup, digital sharing only. That gets you just the photo booth with the iPad with the software, only taking the photo. We upcharge for everything for the pickup option. Like I mean it, everything. Internet. If you want an iPad with internet, $20. For the template, we're charging $20. For the online gallery, that's $50. Boomerang GIF, that's an upgrade of $75. The prop table is 100. So we have so many options. This will literally be like a freaking 30-minute video if I talk about all of the upgrades. We have the base price, upgrades, and the way I operate my pickup is I let them pick it up during the week. I actually want them to. I honestly do not want to be bothered on Saturday. It's the worst day to be bugged. So we allow them to come during the week. Then they can drop it off by Monday. And same thing as Hans, setup video of yours truly, setting up the booth, instructions, very simple. Then the next option, we have the photo booth drop off. We do print drop off and we do digital drop off. Digital means digital sharing only, and that starts off at $375 minimum delivery setup charge. Everything is an upgrade, backdrop, prop table, etc., etc. For the print, we actually just adjusted our price not too long ago. We're doing 400 for 2 hours, just a photo booth with the printer. Um, and again, that includes the template. We are including the internet for the drop-off packages too. But then everything is an upgrade as well. Every hour additional is 150 for the drop-off. My biggest drop-off with Prince price, believe it or not, was a $1,500 event. It was a lot of hours. hmm And they only used it about 100 times. I think I did 100 prints within that event. We had
That's crazy.
So we have those are the main prices, right? We do everything unattended. So like that when I explain it to customers, I'll kind of just run like I did to you, and then we say for the drop off digital or drop off print, if you want an attendant, it's an additional $50 per hour on top of that. So like if someone's interested in the drop off price, they're like, "Oh, we love the digital drop off all day." The easiest way to get them to not to accept there's no attendant is the price point. So if they want the booth for 8 hours, but they're like, we also want an employee, I'm like, no problem. What's 8 times 50? It's like $400. That's
Yeah,
like,
but you got you $50 for an attendant's cool. I don't know. I guess the prices in Jersey are different in California because I don't know. I've seen people like and this. I'm not just saying $100 an hour because I feel like I've seen other people who have other photo book companies here charge like $100 an hour for an attendant.
yeah, but yeah, I don't know.
Or sometimes 75. That's usually my sweet spot.
Yeah, but like even at $50, most people are like, oh, that's a lot of money. That's too much. Um, and like just to put in perspective, like we'll just do the breakdown. I'd say about 85% of my events are pickups. Then maybe 10% drop off, and then that's drop off digital, and the other ones would be prints.
But I like scaring them with that high number because I'm like, yeah, $100 an hour. They're like, yeah, no, we'll keep the just the drop off, and I'm like, great, I get to
That's a
go
great
home now.
strategy. You're almost like forcing people to get the package you want to get.
Oh yeah, like please, like I don't want to be at your event. I don't want to eat your cake no more. I don't want to eat your food. Like,
Yep. Yeah, and honestly too, like I feel like to me, I kind of think we're probably going to raise that price for the attendant just because I don't know, recently we've been having a lot of people book us and then opting in for the attendant. So for example, tomorrow I have a 2-day event tomorrow and Friday. It's a 7 hour each day event. They pay for the attendant. That's 14 hours in 2 days that they're paying. And I'm not going to stay. I actually have our employees going to do that one. And I pay her 22 an hour plus like travel and all that. Yeah, but I have to go set up the booth. That's the thing. She doesn't know how to set it up yet. And I told her, I was like, once you learn how to set up the photo booth and you don't need me, I'm gonna increase your pay. So I'm kind of like encouraging her to be like, teach me, teach me.
I
But
know but it's so easy. It's not hard at all.
yeah, to set up a digital photo booth, piece of cake. But when you add the printing aspect to it, it becomes a
Yeah,
little more tricky.
yeah, I get it.
Yeah. So anything else, guys? This was the first segment. We're talking about pricing on the podcast. Anything you guys want to add? Maybe you thought you missed out about your pricing and what it's cost and maybe some gems.
I was
I
gonna ask Tyler, um, Do you have like a price just to drop off the photo booth by itself? Like no
Yeah,
backdrop.
yeah, 299 for just the photo booth by itself.
Oh,
If they
Oh,
don't want, I don't really try to promote it, but I've had people say, "Oh, I don't really want the backdrop and the prop table. I have all that. Can you just give me a price for the photo booth?" Okay, 299 photo booth. And usually, just for like the sales pitch, I'm like, "Look, if you book just the photo booth by itself, I'll throw in the GIF and boomerang in there, so at least they're like, oh, all right, well, at least I get that." So usually I'm like, hey, look, if you want the photo booth by itself, I'll put the GIF and boomerang in it, and obviously the photo option. So you get those three things with just the photo booth, and then they provide their own backdrop props. I like that too, though, because still $300 to just drop off now the photo booth and now nothing else. That's good money too.
does that include delivery?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
everything. It's the setup and drop it off, go back, pick it up, stuff
yeah.
like that. But sometimes when the events are, because remember, Jersey's so like a lot of my events are so like an hour out sometimes, and I'll drive like the hour, and I'm like I'm not going back home because that's an hour back, hour for it's like 4 hours back and forth if you think about it, or 2 hours I meant. Um,
No, it is
so I'm
four
like,
hours.
yeah, 4 hours back and forth, back and forth. So sometimes
Yeah.
I stay in the area. Like if it's a 4 hour event, I'll like go to a mall nearby, or me and Chris will just walk around. We'll do something. But in the beginning, I used to love staying at these events. I did my content, but if you notice my content lately, not a lot of face in the content lately, just because I haven't been able to stay at these events because I'm like, I'd rather just go do something now. So,
yeah.
but so
Dude,
what I try to do is get in front of the camera, do, hey guys, Tyler from TKR Events here. I'll leave, come back, try to get some people using it, and then that's it.
yeah, bro. My advice would be to like start pre-planning ideas. So like the few events where you do have time, you can make one event turn into maybe 15 different pieces of content.
Hmm.
I've been doing that a lot lately because
Yeah,
I found myself like you. I'm like when we started doing more drop-offs, I'm sorry, more pickup options, I was like, damn, I haven't been to an event in a month. And like,
yeah. No, it's been like that. Like the last event I just did was a backyard birthday party for a friend of ours, and she booked us for the photo booth and DJ. I hired another DJ to do the gig because I was like, I really because it was outside. I was like, I really don't feel like DJing outside, so I hired somebody to DJ for me. And then I did the photo booth, but I only stood there because it was like a friend of a friend of ours. But like I wasn't even taking care of the photo booth. The thing was taking care of itself. And she asked me, she said, "Hey, like is the photo booth good?" I'm like, "Yep, it's doing what it needs to do." So I started showing her. I'm like, "Look," because I was showing her what's it called
Live
the
gallery?
yeah, the gallery. I was like, "Look, I'm watching all this on my phone." And she's like, "Oh, okay, cool, no problem." I'm like, "You really don't need me here, but I'm only here because your house is an hour away from me, and plus I know you."
yeah, love it, love it. All right, cool. So let's now go to the next segment, which is the tier ranking, probably my favorite part of the podcast. So let's go to that. Roll the intro now. All right, family. So here we go. Today's ranking is we are going over accessories people outside the photo booth community do not take notice of. All right. These are little items that we need to use as photo booth owners. And here's the criteria, right? It's how often we use them and how useful they are. So that's how we're ranking it, not based off of anything other than just how often we use it and how useful. So, first up is three-prong adapter. It's a two-prong to three-prong adapter. Basically, if you're at an old venue and they don't have a three-prong adapter for you to use, you're going to use this. And then I'll start off basing it off of the criteria. How often do we use it? It's not S tier. It's not
Nope.
A tier to me, B tier. I hate to say it, that might be a C tier. And the reason why
That's
it's not,
exactly where I was gonna put it.
yeah, the reason why I didn't put it at D is, well, how useful they are? Very useful. This can make or break your event. But how often do we use it? I probably have used it maybe once in the past year.
Mhm.
Yeah. I don't know. Where do you guys, I know Hans put C. Tyler, where do you put it?
I've never had this issue before because most Jersey venues have this, I believe. I don't even own one of these things to be honest with you guys. So I'll put it at C just because I never used one
Yeah.
before. And I don't want to say D because I probably might end up now that you guys mentioned this and now I know that this exists. I'm probably gonna end up now having to get one because now I feel like I'm gonna need it.
So it's honestly too like the price that this thing costs is like $6 on Amazon. It's a
Yeah, it's
no-brainer.
super
You
cheap.
buy it once, you throw it in your bag, and you forget about it.
Like
Yep.
I've never honestly, I don't think I've ever seen a wall plug like without the three. Besides like the ones that like are in our houses, because the ones in our houses sometimes are two,
Dude,
but I've never seen at like a restaurant or a menu like with just two.
I've used it twice in my photo booth career, and well, I'm going on 3 years now, right? But I've used it twice. Once was a customer fed me a extension cord because it was really really far away, and I didn't have 100 foot extension cord because who has 100 foot extension cord in their bag? But like they fed me 100 foot extension cord, but the end was only 2 prong. It wasn't 3 prong, and I was like, "Thank you, Drew."
Now let me ask you a question. What would happen if, God forbid, you didn't bring this and you had a three prong? Would you have to break your extension cord prong at the
I was gonna
bottom?
say no. That is true. You can. I highly advise against it because the ground there is for a reason. But yes, you could grab pliers and take it off, and it will work.
Don't
I
do
know
it,
this because
guys. Don't do it. Don't
but
do it.
Yeah,
don't
yeah,
do
no,
that.
no, no, definitely don't do it
You're
because
gonna
you
burn your customer's house down. So don't do it.
yeah, no, 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 don't do it. I'm just saying, like, what would happen technically, like, if you had no choice? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, you could do that, but I highly suggest you get it. It works. It saved my butt. And then another time was I was in an older house in LA. I don't know if you know much about LA, but like like if you're like in the old LA, like central LA, downtown LA, the houses are a little bit older, and as you like expand out from LA, the houses are a little bit newer because we civilization kind of like left LA and now we're in San Fernando Valley.
Hmm.
Where Drew is in El Puente, so the houses are newer. But like if
so
you go to like downtown LA and like those houses are older, so some of them only have like two
Look,
like two prongs.
no, actually, my house is old. I literally, we have a outlet right. Where's it at? That's a two prong.
Yeah.
That's a two prong. I can't even put my own photo booth in my own house.
see,
But
see, but here's the thing. This is why we tell you guys to be at your events sometimes over an hour earlier, because if God forbid you miss one of these things on this tier list, you can make it to a Home Depot or a Walmart nearby your event.
absolutely. All right, so moving on, wagon slash part. S
S
tier.
tier. S
Yeah,
tier.
S tier. Like
S tier.
how often do we use it? Almost every event. How
Mm-hmm.
useful is it? The most useful. It's literally the vehicle from our car to where we're setting up. We all agree S tier. I don't even think we need to talk about this.
We
It's
don't
a
have to
S
talk
tier.
about
I'm still. I don't. Again, another thing I don't own, which I should. I know we talked about this, Drew. I know you said that might be my Christmas gift this year, but
Bro, I'm debating either that or a coat rack. I don't know which one to get.
oh God,
it.
Um,
not the coat rack.
so next is door stopper. I am putting this at D.
Yeah, I would say D. Um, the reason why I'm saying D is 'cause sometimes you could find something else that you could use as a door stopper. I mean, you could use whatever the customer has, like something heavy that they have. Sometimes if it's a backyard, they usually have some sort of like decor that's super heavy, like a big huge boulder for that's decor, and you can just grab it.
Or like a trash can or something.
Yeah, you can
Yeah,
grab whatever. But I mean, those really do come in handy. Like if you're going through like a hotel and you have to go through doors,
yeah,
that's when it comes in clutch. But other than that, I don't. Not really.
yeah. And there's times too where like I should be using it, but like I don't want to stop what I'm doing, which is like moving to get it out to use it. So I'll usually
Hmm.
just swing the door open and just kind of like thug it out and just really quick push the stuff in.
Hmm.
But Monse probably use it more than I do. Like she's more
Yeah.
slow. I'm more of like, let's just freaking get through it. So Tyler, I'll let you do this next one here. Storage bins.
Oh, storage bins, those are A tiers for me. I don't want to say S because obviously everyone needs to have storage. I don't If you guys are in the photo booth business and you're taking stuff piece by piece and not putting stuff in a bin, then I think you're doing something wrong. I wouldn't say S, but I think A is good because you should have this. This is more of a necessity than something that like
Yeah.
that is useful. You really need a bin.
I'm cool. I'm cool with A tier. It could be S tier for me too, because how often do we use it? All the time. There's always stuff in it. But I don't know. I feel like if I had to pick either wagon or storage bin, I'm going freaking wagon.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Hans, you agree? A tier's cool.
A tier, 100%.
Perfect. Next up is sandbags slash weights.
I would say either C or B for me. I'll probably do C just because I don't use them as much. Usually, and this is why, is because sometimes I use like the case for the photo booth to use as weight, or my I don't know, something else. But I mean, they do come in handy for the backdrop. That's usually what I use it for, the backdrops.
I'm gonna tell you mine. Mine is a D tier. That thing could go all the way down to D for dog crap because that thing. I was at an event outside, and I was like a rooftop thing, and because it was outdoors in the wind, I had to use that for the what's it called, for the backdrop, and then it broke open. The sand got everywhere, and then
So
it was windy, so now there's sand blowing all over the place. That
You,
thing sucks.
you probably got
rookie,
real shitty fucking sandbags.
Oh yeah, yeah, probably some cheap ones from Amazon that I bought, but they still.
Yeah.
so rookie mistake. So let me just two tips right here, or three tips. First tip is just don't buy shitty ones. But like the more important one is how I do it is I go to Home Depot and don't buy sand. You buy like the big rocks, like pebbles. Buy pebbles because they're easier to clean, right? And not only do you buy pebbles, but what I do is I put them in Ziploc bags, like pretty tough ones, right? Like the hefty ones, and I put them in there in case your sandbag ever breaks. All these pebbles are in this Ziploc bag, so you're not like
See, but
apologizing.
you have the mechanical bull thing, so you have to put sandbags on these things, don't you?
No, I don't. For
Oh,
No.
my mechanical bulls, I don't even weigh them down, dude. That mechanical
oh,
bull is like
oh, because
super heavy.
for the bouncy house, that's what we used to do for the bouncy house. We used to weigh it down.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
You know
Like
what,
no,
too?
no. Yeah.
Using you can buy them on Amazon. We also sell them. There's canopy weights that are literally designed to just slide on the backdrops. They're like 1 inch. Well, they're for canopies, but you can use them for the backdrop. And
Hmm.
it's like coated in plastic. Like it'll never break open and become messy.
I
Um,
like them.
so I'm cool with C. I that's exactly where I was gonna put it.
These cool.
So Tyler, I'll let Tyler do this one. Next one up is extra lighting. I'm
Oh, love it, love it. To me, that's an A tier.
Oh, really? I
I
That's
was,
an
I
A.
was
was
gonna put it lower.
really,
Lower?
I was gonna
I
go higher.
I love extra lighting because it makes the photos more crisp.
Oh, dude, I love extra lighting,
Here's see to Hans, I have to disagree with your rating though. You said 70% of your rentals are pickups.
and I'll give them the one lights.
You give them the extra lights?
Hmm.
Oh, what? This is the first time
They're
I heard about
super
that.
easy to set up. Like I don't even provide a video. I just show them like this goes right here, and then you open the tripod, and they're like, that's super easy. I'm
Oh
like, yep.
wow.
I don't know. I like it. I don't use the extra lighting much, but like when I get the chance to, I love it because I'm like, oh,
That's no. I gotta correct you, bro. We're ranking it on how often you use them and then how useful they are. So you gotta we gotta
okay. All right. You can put it down to B. It's fine. Half of my events are useful. The other half I don't.
Okay.
I was gonna put it at C because I don't use extra lighting often. But
I use it a lot.
you do?
But more for my prints, which my prints are like 20%. So I would say then I would be like B tier. It's fine then.
Cool. I can live there. I can live. Cool. Let's move on. Let's move on. Next up is the Jackery or any type of portable battery pack.
I love it.
I'm putting that S tier.
Yep.
I
Hmm.
use it all the time. It's an upcharge too. We talked about pricing. This is one of them. If someone wants to request it, 75 bucks. But even when they don't request it, I'll probably use it just because I'm lazy. I don't want to use gaff tape. I don't want to have to rely on them for anything. So I use it often. So that's kind of why I'm putting that there. And if we're talking about how useful it is, it powers your setup. Doesn't get more
Hmm.
useful than that. Tyler, Hans, you guys okay with
S
C
S. Yep.
or I'm sorry, S tier, my bad. S
S
tier.
Yes,
tier.
it's like you said. It's such a, even when you're lazy and don't want to plug anything in, you're like, okay, I'll just plug it in the back, no problem.
Perfect.
I use it a lot and it's very useful.
Mm-hmm.
S tier.
Mm-hmm. Cool. Next up, which I know we're gonna have a big debate here, gaff tape.
D
No, it's not D. It's B.
D
It's B.
It's B.
D.
I'm going B too.
Hate it. If I could
Dude,
do, listen, I do everything I can. Just how I was telling you guys off the camera before to get to not have to use this thing. I will use the carpet. If I had used the inflatable, I'll hide it behind the inflatable booth. If I have to use it with a backdrop, I'll hide it under my table and I'll put the curtain down on the table. Anything I have to do to avoid using that damn tape, I use it because one time I was at an event, I was using the tape, and even though yes, it doesn't stick to the floors or anything like that, with my luck, it didn't stick to the floor, but then I pulled it off my wire. It got all all caught onto the wire. Then you gotta be peeling it. Stuff. No, 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 no. I don't like this stuff. And plus, you gotta be going down on your knees and then doing it. And then I have OCD on top of that, so you gotta do it nice and neat. I have to cut it, and then that thing. And on top of that, that gaff tape's freaking expensive. Like, nah, that thing's a D.
All right, all right. I mean,
Dude, I think we found his new coat rack, bro. That's his new
Yeah, I
coat
know.
rack.
We're on
you
the
can
new.
hear the
We're on,
trauma. You can hear the trauma in his voice.
yeah, because it's just so much work. Like I've seen people say like, oh, but for the gaff tape, they have that thing now that it's like a wand that you could like just roll it or whatever. You ever see the gaff tape roller or whatever? I'm like, I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't want to use that. Too much work. If less is more, bro.
The rollers overdose for sure. But like, bro, you'll never know when you'll need gaff tape. Like,
Oh, I have gaff tape. It's not like
I,
I don't like
I've
at least.
used it. Let me tell you just some of the times where I've used gaff tape. Obviously for cable management, right? The watt extension cord. There's times where I feel like I'm not, my backdrop's in a compromised place. I'll tape the feet of the backdrop down, or I'll literally, there was one time where I just forgot the key to my photo booth and the back door was going to open up. I taped that bitch up with some
Okay,
gaff
see,
tape.
but it's
Like little
fine
things
for
like that.
it's fine for those type of things. But if we're talking just for cord management, that thing could stay at a D.
But
Yeah.
the criteria is how useful it is. It is very useful because it's very versatile. It is
I
super
think B
versatile.
I think B is a good place. I can't go lower than B, bro. I can't put gaff tape at three prong adapter status.
Yeah,
But
I use gaff tape more than I use sandbags and a 3-prong adapter.
absolutely. Tyler, bro, trust me.
If you're
It seems like you
going
just have
by
one.
the criteria,
And what gaff tape brand do you use? It could be the brand.
he goes to Guitar Center.
Oh, bro, no.
And that's some no, but that's some good gaff tape because those are the ones that the rock and
Yeah,
roll
but it's
stars use, bro.
expensive.
I know it's
Yeah.
expensive, but I've bought some from Amazon too. It's the same garbage.
Oh,
Okay, fine. We could meet at B, but I'm not happy with it. Just like
I love you,
oh my
Tyler.
God. All right, Tyler, I'll let you do this next one. Extension cords, power strips. How often do we use them and how useful are they?
yeah, no, they're pretty useful. You could put it at B with the gaff tape because they're B or A to be honest because they are useful. I use extension cords for everything, and that's including with my DJ stuff too. It's extension. You have to have extension cords with you because if you don't, there's been times where they're like, "Yeah, I need you to set up over there," and then the plug is like all the way over there.
Okay.
Are we going by criteria because it's the most useful and the most like 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 how important it is? Like I use it like almost every event.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
was
If I
gonna
don't
I,
if I don't have my Jackery, I'm using that like almost every event.
But that's what I'm saying.
I was gonna put it at A for that reason. Because I'll be honest, most of my events I am using the Jackery. I probably use the Jackery more than I use the extension cord, to be honest. But I can't put it at B.
Okay, A is fine.
Yeah.
All right.
I even feel like A is too low, but
Yeah, I was gonna say A is too low for me. I was gonna be S tier because I use it a lot, but I mean I could meet you at A.
okay, perfect. Next up is mobile hotspot slash router Ethernet cable. But let's just consider this basically like a portable Wi-Fi connection. Let's just call that.
S tier.
Yeah. Uh, I would say S tier. I wouldn't be mad with A tier. I use it a lot. It's very reliable. Um, it's I love a clean setup. So
Yeah,
a portable router it makes your setup look good. If you're using an Ethernet cable, it's very secure. Like it's not gonna lose signal. If you
yeah,
do the MacBook to a Type C cable, almost the same thing. So it's super secure. I love it.
perfect. Screen cleaner.
Ooh, A tier.
That's exactly where I put it. You have to make sure every event right before it starts,
Mhm.
cleaning the screen. How useful is it? It's all really useful. It can make or break your photo. You know, on your iPad, you get a little bit of a smudge in there. All your photos look soft. To me, I got to put it A tier.
Mhm.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. Last but not least, red carpet.
S.
S?
Yep. Anything to hide those damn wires.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, okay.
To get away from the gaff tape. Bro, I was gonna put it B tier.
Oh
Yeah,
no.
I was gonna put like C or D just because it's like I don't
No. I have a red and black carpet. They're the goats, bro.
Okay. Okay. I mean, they are very versatile because you could hide your cords under it. It
Yeah.
makes you could tell people now that I'm thinking about it, all right, I could do with A or B.
All right, let's go A, because it is an upcharge for us. So
Mhm.
we do use it quite often if we're getting the upcharge. Okay, so that's it. That concludes the tier ranking. The next segment is one lie. Let's go ahead and roll the intro, and we'll talk about what this is about. One, two, three. Let's go. So welcome to One is a Lie. But before I explain this, Hans, take over. I know Hans has an announcement.
All right, so we talked about it like a couple podcasts ago, and I was like, yeah, I've never been on a vendors list. I work with a lot of DJs, a lot of event coordinators, but I am super happy to say that I'm finally on the preferred vendors list at an actual venue, Las Estrellas venue up in El Monte. Thank you
Woo!
guys, and I'm just super excited, man. It's my first one, so
Oh man.
Hans, 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 Hans,
Well,
Hans,
this
Hans.
venue, this venue probably made the best decision ever by hiring you. Someone reliable, someone that takes pride in what they do. So shout out to both of you guys, man. I love that. That's awesome.
sweet.
So now into One is a Lie. How this works is one of the podcast hosts here will have four things they say about their photo booth business. Three are true, one is a lie, and it's up to the other two people to figure out which one is the lie. So today is my turn. Let me tell you guys the first thing is the first software I used for my iPad photo booth was Curator Live. Um, Number two, the farthest event I've done was in Mexico. Number three is my first paid event. I made $250. And then number four, the last one is I once had an attendant that I found out was flirting with guests at an event.
Okay, the flirting with the guest one, I believe is true because I've heard him say that before. I
Mhm.
think, I really
So,
think,
and I know the Mexico one's true, and the
yeah.
curator one might be true too. I'm not sure if it was Snappic or curator, but I would say curator is the one that he used. So I say the third one's a lie.
But you got to remember, Drew also started with like that old DSLR box photo booth. I think it was Curator even alive back then.
I
No,
think
I said the,
so.
the first iPad photo booth software.
Oh, the first iPad. Oh,
Yeah, so the one
Yeah.
you guys think is a
So,
lie is that my first paid event I made $250.
hmm that's I don't know. What do you think, Tyler?
Oh, Hans, you're blurry.
Tyler.
yeah. I think it's the $250. Wait, your first paid event you said like ever,
Yes.
are you talking about like ever? Or are you talking about iPads?
First event ever.
Oh yeah, I think that one's BS because I think you made less.
Locking it in.
Yeah.
I'm lying about making
Yeah.
250. That's true.
Mhm. Damn it.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. No,
Oh,
Wait.
Tyler, no, it's not the lie. It's a true one.
boo. Okay, that is the Curator Live one, right?
Yeah, Curator Live was not the first one. The first one was Simple Booth.
I knew it.
Oh, I thought it was.
I knew he used some. I knew he used some old school freaking app or something. I knew.
No, Simple Move is not that old.
Oh, it's old, bro.
I
Simple
mean, but it's not that old. I mean, I think Darkroom is older, right?
Darkroom, I believe, is around longer because the Simple Booth was the one I used was Simple Booth Classic Event Edition or something. Bro, you paid like $99 and you had it for life. There was no reoccurring fees or anything. But it was like one of the
Dang.
most unreliable softwares with the very minimal like options. Like,
Mhm.
but back in their defense back then, like there wasn't many options. Curator
Yeah.
was what I started using next, and then LumaBooth, like not too long after. Yeah.
Damn. And I was thinking of Snappic. I was like, I'm not sure if you use Snappic.
Yeah, and I played with
Yeah,
Snappic.
that's where you threw me off because I'm like, oh, I don't know.
Yeah, but just to go over, yes, right. The furthest event we've done was in Mexico for a family's wedding. Um, First paid event, $250. Believe it or not, was for like 5 hours of prints. Young Drew undercharged, and I was just finding my pricing, which I'm okay to say that. Um, and then I did have a complaint one time that not a complaint, but like, I found out that my attendant was flirting with guests because he told me. Yeah. Yeah.
You're fired.
Bro, I know. And it was a friend, it was a family member of a friend of mine. But the guy was just showing it was a nightmare. But yeah, that happened. So that concludes this segment. One is a lie. And I think that's it for the podcast. Just these three
That's it.
segments. This was a fun one. And by the way, you guys, before we end the podcast, any updates on our challenge for the backdrops? Have you guys used any of the new ones?
Nobody's
Yeah.
chosen them. Those are
hard.
they're hard. I think the first one that I'm probably gonna get finally a booking for is the palm tree one. Because that's like the one that still looks like kind of neutral. I was hoping
How
that
about
my
how about how about
baby
Steven? Any
shower
luck with
one.
him? I guess no luck with him, huh?
No, because I know he has no luck because he for sure would tell me.
My
Yeah.
last baby shower one was a girl, and I was hoping they choose the castle or the pink like sparkle.
Yeah.
But this baby shower was a gender reveal at the same time. So they're like, if we choose the pink one, then you're gonna ruin the reveal. So I was like, dang it,
I
dude.
love
I
it.
was like, I
Yo,
was so
imagine!
close.
Oh my god! That would have been so funny. That would have been a story to tell. Imagine Hans just decided not to tell them what backdrop he was bringing, and he just brought the pink one. He would have messed up.
Oh,
Like it's a girl. Boo! They would have started booing you.
oh my gosh,
They would have beat you.
dude.
Yeah.
Well, let's do this. This competition has an expiration date of this year.
Okay.
You guys got 2 more months.
2 months. 2 months.
Got to make it happen.
I gotta push it.
Yeah, it's gonna be the best $100 ever because
I'm
I-
a, I'm a
you're
like
gonna win. You're gonna be able to hold it over Tyler or Tyler to hold it over Hans. But if Steven wins, that'll be a wild card.
yeah.
Yeah, but all right, guys. Again, shout out to everybody watching this video, and if you made it till the end, put the word bullhorns, the word bullhorns in the comments, so we know you guys made it to the end of the podcast. Thank you guys for watching, and again, remember if you're watching this on YouTube, in the description you can follow Tyler, you can follow Hans, all that good stuff. Thank you. Take care.